fucking shitlord. Maybe.
Yeah, it looks back.
It looks back until it tells me I'm disconnected from chat or not. If it disconnects from the chat again, I'm not really back. I don't understand why it does that, but it does. And this gimbal, this one blocks the charging port.
Yeah.
I can't charge the phone and stream it with the gimbal at the same time. And so I wonder if what was happening with the disconnect with the chat had to do with like Stream Elements or Streamlabs running, because they run as bots in the stream. Anyway.
I already feel like I should have worked you first too.
Yeah, I'm registered, but
Alright, this is it, Cal Anderson Park. I can't see if the chat is working. There it is. It shows you as offline. Well, hopefully it'll show me as online now. So let's go take a walk. Let's go take a walk over here. Oh, even though you're watching me, it's probably just a little bit of a delay. So I know you've been seeing some stuff on the media about us tearing up the ground and stuff like that and planting stuff here. And this whole area was, as you could see, so this is where we have Trans Pride, and this is now completely a tent city. You've got tents here, and there's community gardens being planted. Politics, please. I don't have that option from here. But this is what it is. It isn't. This is the garden being planted. So we have to bring soil because, as it turns out, Washington soil is kind of poor. So. So just community gardening, you know, pretty normal how you would do these kind of things. Building shelters for the rain. That garden couldn't feed one person. Well, it has flowers in it. It's not that kind of garden. It's got flowers and like things like that. There might be vegetables and herbs and such, but we don't have to feed one person. We've got, look at where we live. There's all these apartments around us and all these restaurants and all these people. So, you know, oh no, you went away. You went crazy.
Oh no, losing his mind. Gimbal, why?
Why, Gimbal?
Oh,
You're back, Gimbal. All right, thanks for coming back, Gimbal. Welcome back to the world of non-gimbaling, I guess. Let's see, where do you want to go explore now? Let's go over here to this part. Yeah. So we're going to walk over to where the reflecting pool is. There's no water in the reflecting pool at the moment because water is falling from the sky mostly, and the reflecting pool itself isn't usually filled 24/7. So there you go. But we're going to walk over here, check it out.
Co-film too.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Good.
You guys been here for a while? Or you just shoot today filming?
No, we have been here for a while since the 6th.
Do you mind if I film you?
No, that's all right. Hey, thanks. Can we film you? Who are you with?
I'm nobody. I'm here independently.
Okay, fair enough. We're Green Television.
Green Television. What do you guys focus on?
Eco-socialism. So, yeah, we're with the Green Party.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Have you guys been here since this area was established?
Yes.
Okay. What can you tell me? What can you tell me about what's going on here? I just walked on trying to understand what's going on here.
Well-
I understand the principles of what's going on. I've read the reports about the demands that were made. So can you tell me what it's been like here?
Basically this. I mean, it's been more and more of this, and it's hard to describe what this is. Like, it feels like a street fair.
It does. It feels very much like a community festival almost, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now, why that is weird to me, because up until the day the police walked away, it was a battle zone on those streets. Tear gas and rubber bullets, and they walked away, and now this. So, I don't know what it is.
What can you tell me about how was this area actually secured? Like the police just abandoned
The police
Yeah.
just abandoned the precinct. They took everything out of it. Had a mobile document shredder, shredded some documents, took all the expensive equipment, boarded it up, put a fence around it, and basically fucked off.
They moved, yeah, so that was 11th and Pine.
You said they had a document shredder. They shredded stuff before they left.
Yeah, they shredded stuff. Yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah,
That makes sense.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
It does.
yeah. Well, in Minneapolis, they found a backlog of rape cases when they went in there. So
They found a backlog of what?
rape cases in Minneapolis when
I
that
see.
police went in. So I don't want a tinfoil hat or anything, but you know,
But you're gonna do it anyway.
I'm gonna do it anyway. But I'll point out a tinfoil hatting.
Yes.
Tinfoil hatting, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
So if you had to speculate, two questions. How long do you see this area lasting as it is? And two, how do you see it playing out if you had to guess? Based on what you've seen so far.
It depends on who gets to say.
Yeah, it depends who gets the response to. It seems like Mayor is pretty on board with what's happening for at least now, for
So
time
you feel the
being.
mayor's on board?
Oh yeah,
It feels like she is. It seems like Inslee's hesitant, which is the governor, and kind of understandably so. I don't think he has a full idea of everything, but it seems like it actually is very peaceful, very festive, you know. And then, of course, if Trump pulls the Insurrection Act, it's going to be the big question, because if they pull down military forces, that's going to start another wave of protests back up initially, because we're protesting brutality. And so if we get to the point where they have a bunch of force, I don't see the protests not kicking back up even harder,
Okay.
you know, personally.
Right now, is there any
thanks. guys.
any representatives of this group that are in court in like communication with officials as well, as far as the demands that were made? And
I hope so.
okay, but you don't know for sure like any group that's tried to step up and assume that role, or
Well,
I know
there's lots
they're-
of groups around, but I don't know that there's any.
I know they went to Capitol Hill the other day, or not Capitol Hill, sorry, wrong Capitol Hill. But they went to,
Yeah, that is not.
No,
That's
Black Lives Matter. Yeah.
Kusama Sawant.
Thomas Sawant went up there with protesters.
But she's not a leader of this.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
even
I know.
suggest
I wasn't
that.
trying to say she was. I was just saying that is something that happened. You know.
It is.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah,
wasn't.
She's not. Yeah, she's not the leader of this by any means.
Oh my
It
Lord.
seems everyone is their own leader in it, and it's just people coming together and stepping up to the plate, you know, and trying to help and build community outreach.
That's the reason I cast the bodyguard.
well, thank you guys for your time.
You're welcome. Thank
Have a
you.
good rest of your night.
Because historically, so much of the process
Lord. You want me to put you on camera? Why don't you go ahead and take
I don't
it?
know. I mean, I'll be all right. Hey, chat. Hey, everybody.
You just say your words. You go.
We're live. CHAZ. I guess doing CHAZ things, you know. I don't know. I'm mad at this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Legal observers?
No, we are independent
Well,
media.
independent journal,
You are not a.
I know. I keep saying that. I keep meaning.
Which media?
Green television
What is that? Oh, it's like
for the Green Party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool deal.
Right on. See ya.
Yeah.
You can't see we're legal observers because we're not legal observers.
Fucking independent.
Yo, Jada, what's up? If you want to be streaming, you need to get your streaming gear. You? Legal observers have a very different role here.
Yeah, I know. I need to.
We are independent media activists. All right, but look, So like, what does it feel like? I don't know. It feels like a community event. It doesn't feel like, you know, I don't know, whatever the Fox News people are saying. It doesn't feel like that at all. There's no like gates that you have to. There's no fees. There's no like we got to pay entry or something like that. There's no like $5 bottles of water. There's free pizza. You got some witches. You know, it's just the nature of what's going on. And Mr. Face, hey. I'm glad you noticed the stream was me. Hey, I'm glad you did too. You can't even really see my face as much right now because A, the camera's looking the other way. B, you have a mask on because PPE is important. You know. And this is it. This is what is going on. What does this look like to you? Can I ask you a question? What does this feel like to you? Can you watch from other Instagrams like, can I watch from other platforms like Instagram? I don't know. I mean, you could share it to Instagram if you wish. I don't know how to do that. Opinion if you and yours need specific civic support there. I've got another buddy doing that. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So far, we're good. I've got a little blister on my toe, I think. Other than that, everything is fine. Like you can see, like it's very relaxed. We're now, obviously you can hear behind us, there's speakers going and things like that. So this is a different place, but this is part of the autonomous zone. This is Cal Anderson Park. This is the north end of Cal Anderson Park that we're walking into right now. If you look at your CHAZ maps and all that kind of fun stuff like that, you will discover that this is the frontier of our new country, I guess. God, I hate talking like that. It's so weirdly adoptive of like the fucking Tucker Carlson people. It was so weird to listen to them talk about it today. And I thought it's important to hear what they were going to be saying because unfortunately, you know, Trump is not fun. See, now just understand, this is what Trump hates. Do you see this? This is the kind of stuff that our president thinks is bad. Right? Does it look bad? I don't know. Does it look chaotic? Perhaps. I mean, there's dogs and cats. And there's people, and they're all just like hanging out. Pretty fucking chaotic. Not gonna lie. But is it the bad kind of chaos? I would suggest to you the answer is no. We've walked this route on numerous occasions. Every night that we've come here to the CHAZ, sorry CHAZ. We've gone and we looked at the borders. We've gone and looked at the so-called gates and fences every night. And you've seen them for yourself. You've seen the interactions, you've seen the stuff. Now we did have a negative interaction the other night, but that was just an anomaly. And in fact, upon further reflection in that situation, I could say it was probably the case that these were specific agitators who had come into this zone seeking trouble, which is of course a threat tonight of, you know, it's because he's a Nazi. Yeah, he pretty much is, isn't he? He pretty much is. The fact that that's happened in our country is so appalling to me as a veteran that I can't even believe it. I just can't, it's hard to imagine, but it is the situation we find ourselves in. And so this is it, yeah. Just we're at the northern border here of the autonomous zone, as they call it. And you're walking it with me. You're seeing it for yourself. You're seeing the unmitigated, unbridled anarchy at work. Every single person here, apparently, I was watching the news today. All of us, every single one you hear, are apparently anarchists of some flavor or like some sort of hardcore communist sorts. I'm not entirely certain. The description of who we are kind of changes depending on who you're watching. But you can see how awful it looks at the moment, doesn't it? If you're interested in free pizza, we can go get some of that. But it seems pretty terrible. Right? Chaos is raining. Look at the chaos. Well, it's not raining at the moment. but it is overcast. It's possible that it will rain again soon. And this is a reflecting pool, but there's no water in the reflecting pool at the moment. But if there were, it would be right here. It would be, you can reflect on the fact that there is no water in the reflecting pool, I suppose. Let that sink in for a minute. No water in the reflecting pool, reflecting on that. See what I did there? Anyway, so that's it. This is it, the reflecting pool. This is, I guess, the northern boundary of our newly established country. Trans did roll back to, Trump did roll back the trans protections on healthcare. Yes, he did. I saw that today. Which is, of course, today being June 12th, which is the anniversary of the Pulse nightclub shooting. This is 4 years later. Right? 49 people shot, 49 queer people shot on purpose, just for being queer. So it's a very important thing to bear in mind and keep centered, especially today. Trump's birthday is the 14th. Be sure to post pictures of Obama. Thanks, Obama. We're gonna take a walk. We're gonna walk right over here. We've been walking through the same zone every night, and that's just what we're gonna do. So it's Friday. So this is day 4, really, of the CHAZ. The first night was a Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday, so Friday. So this is our going into our very first weekend in this zone. So how is it going to be tonight? It's hard to say. It's a little overcast. It's cold here in Seattle. It's about 50 degrees. If you are European or you're someone who doesn't live in the United States, it's about 9 centigrade at the moment. So it gives you a sense of our temperature right now. It's kind of chilly. The wind has died down, but it is kind of chilly. It's kind of a place where you probably want 1 or 2 layers. As you can see, most people in the Pacific Northwest in Seattle generally run around all covered in layers anyway, so it's a good plan. Wait, everybody. But it's the kind of cool temperature that someone like me, without a lot of what we would call body hair, is going to need to level up against. So I've got a nice warm hat that we can wear. We got some rain gear, so in case the rain starts to come down a little bit harder, we can change. We should be able to be out here with you for most of the evening tonight. I do want to let you know that we are having a little bit of a technical problem because last night we lost some of our equipment, or not last night, but Wednesday night. Wednesday night we lost some equipment, and we haven't had a chance to replace it all, which is why the microphone is further away than it was the previous few times, and it's why we're going to be having to take a pause tonight when we go on to the battery charger, because this new gimbal that I'm borrowing is obviously already so much better than the last gimbal, but by the same token, I don't have access to the battery, to the charging port with this gimbal. So because I don't have access to it, that means we can't walk and stream while we're charging. So we'll take a break in a couple hours, put it on the charger for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe, something like that. Maybe have a bite to eat or something, and then we'll be back out for the rest of the charge. So out until sometime around 2400, something like that. So thanks for being here tonight. Welcome to Green Television here in the Seattle Autonomous Zone, the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, I suppose. This is the Broadway pump station.
The activities and organizing and mobilization and engagement of so many young people across the put themselves
We're
out.
skating, you know, because you gotta skate to live to skate.
For helping bring about this march and just make sure that we now follow through.
How much are they going to
Because
replace,
at some point,
and are you collecting for it?
attention moves away. at some point.
How much of what are they going to replace? And am I collecting for what? Oh, the gear. I have no idea. Of course, you can make donations if you want to support the stream. There's a link below to donations. That's always great. You know, subscriptions. Sharing the link is fine. I have friends that have been able to help me recover the equipment. I got a new gimbal. We got a new phone, and all that. But you know, making do with the second string gear. It was, you know, it's you run a risk when you come out to a zone like this. So it's either the news or the police. So this gimbal is far better. I hated the other gimbal. My other gimbal was like some sort of curse. I feel like I had been cursed by the very gods to have that gimbal. And so losing it was a blessing in disguise. If that other person has it, they are welcome to it now. And I hope it gives them as much fits as it gave me. This gimbal, conversely, is amazing. It's fantastic. We could look. You know, it's amazing that the first thing that was established was borders and ID checks. Now, I'm going to tell you that that's somewhat of a rumor. As you're about to watch, as we walk here to the zone, there's no ID checks, there's no borders, there's none of that kind of thing. Right? It's just, you'll see. I can tell you with my words, but instead of telling you with my words, why not I simply show you? Hey Giggles, thanks for that subscription. I really do appreciate it. Right? Alright, so just so you know, we're doing it for real. This isn't some, you know, show. We're for realsies, going into the free Cap Hill, right? So this is it. Look, watch. Do you see this? Now check it out right here. Look. It's just a sidewalk. It's just a sidewalk. There's no gate. There's no ID check. There's none of that. Wherever you're hearing that from is bullshit. Watch. We're walking right in. Now we're in. We're here. We did it. No ID checks. None of that kind of stuff. All of that is a rumor. None of it is true. And here we are. It's just a neighborhood. You walk in and you walk out. Yeah, I'm not from America. I've been through lots of border checks. No IDs checked. None of that kind of stuff. We just simply are able to walk in because it's in a neighborhood. People live here. There are apartments all around us. There must be 500 apartment units with people living in them. They're not showing their IDs or anything. They are simply walking into their neighborhood because they live here. This is where we are. This is where the people of Seattle are gathering to express their collective frustration, their collective outrage at the abuses that the Seattle Police Department are notorious for. We want to make sure we're here tonight. As you know, the police have, last night they were pushing up against, so we're going to walk up to one of the more contested barriers, which is up at one of the gates at this far street up here. And you'll see for yourself what's going on. But last night there were some police that tried to move back into the zone, and they were using mace again and pepper spray, and eventually just pulled back and didn't move any further into this space. But tomorrow or tonight, there's a good chance that the police will try to do something again. Who knows how long these situations are going to last, but we'll be here covering it for you as long as we can. Let's take a look. Here we are. We're in it. All And welcome to the CHAZ. And if you live someplace else, if you're in another country, if you're in another city, there's nothing like I've never seen anything like it. They'll check you for your Antifa recruitment card. God damn it, I don't even have one of those yet. How do you get one?
The Soros cards?
Yeah, I need some Soros bucks, which would be super good. All right, so as you might recall, last night we were here. They were priming this wall, and we've been able to make some new art on it. So let's check it out and see what we've gotten accomplished. We're going to move down to one of the memorials that we've been looking at for the past few nights and see how that's changed as well. It's pretty solemn down here, so I'm going to kind of cut the commentary for just a second while we go and be mindful here. All right, so check this out. And here's one of the so-called gates to the zone. You can see it's these kind of like plastic barriers, right? That the city has left behind. There are some parked cars, which are bringing supplies from people. Right, all the donations come in. They just back up right here and take them into the zone. These cars are blocking off, and there's some more just left behind city stuff to create these barriers. But us, you, me, all of us, we're simply walking down the sidewalk. We're walking through the streets. There's none of those border guard things, none of this check your ID stuff that you're hearing about. All of that is bullshit. None of it is real. Soros is our sugar daddy. If that's the case, I need a new one because it's the worst sugar daddy ever. And here we are. We're basically, look, that's on the back of my car. I love that sign. Am I on the side of the USA? The permanent trade-based community market health Capitol Hill, regardless, the sooner the rhetoric maintains the BLM push away from autonomy, the better. More unity, less division. We can't have unity until there is accountability, until there is responsibility. You can't have a policy called qualified immunity as a thing for your civic employees and expect that you're ever going to have an equitable society. It can't be that way. You can't have people who are unaccountable to the rest of the people. We might decide that we need people to investigate crimes and do this sort of thing. But if we decide that collectively, those people are held to a higher ethical standard, not a lower one. There should be more demand for accountability, more demand for ethical, responsible management of these people, not less. It should be not less. The fact that we have so many people advocating for police officers to be somehow not accountable for their actions in the same way that you or I or any other city employee would be. A city employee is many, many different things, right? You could be a clerk at the DMV, for instance, and you're accountable and responsible for your actions in society. If you and I get in some sort of altercation, I can sue you, you could sue me. But police officers are immune from that kind of action. And as a consequence, they have no place in our society of equitable, fair application of law. If our society isn't one that is predicated on law, then things are different. And things are perhaps different because we obviously don't have a lot of law. So we're gonna walk around, we're gonna look at some more stuff here. We're going to give it to you for real, for the straight dope. None of the kind of hyperbole that you're gonna see from other media organizations. None of the mainstream media are gonna be down here covering it, and if they do come down here, the way they cover is sensationalized and scared and unengaged with the community. They don't live here. They're not part of it. This isn't their streets. They come here as tourists to film these streets, to film us. These are our streets. We live here. This is where we call home. We come here to express our rage at the police, but we also come to this very same neighborhood to enjoy our nights out, to go clubbing, to have bars, to go experience community and convivial atmospheres, all of which are overshadowed by the specter of police brutality and police violence, which can occur at any time without warning. I love this art wall. I love this art wall. This is, of course, this is the police station that we're looking. This building right here is the police station, and so we've got unity, diversity, and freedom. If our police department in Seattle was this, if we had unity, if we had diversity, and if we had freedom, maybe it would be different in our city. Who knows? But it isn't. This is not what we have yet. Our police department in Seattle is so corrupt. We have a thing called a consent decree that our police department has to abide by. That consent decree is an agreement between the Seattle Police Department and the federal government, the Department of Justice, to manage our police department because they are so corrupt. And we have to insist that our police department continue to sign that agreement to be managed by them because of their ongoing utter corruption, the blatant brutality, and the unjust way in which they apply their laws to us as their citizens. And we've collectively had enough. We are done with it. There's been no other time in our history as a city when we've had this many people mobilized in a social justice manner. And it's incumbent upon us to capitalize on this opportunity, on these people being motivated to demand change and demand real lasting change. And I say real lasting change because this isn't the first time that we've had rallies for racial justice. And yet we are still having rallies for racial justice because nothing has changed. At some point, it actually for reals has to change. And there is no better time than now. And no better place than here. In fact, here is a completely unique place. So we're at the back of the police station right here. We're just going to walk on through. I'm going to let you look at the rest of this. We came to look at it last night. There was probably 30% less art than there is today. So it's amazing to see how creative people can be and how expressive with their outrage. And we're down into the back of the alley. You might recall we were down here yesterday. We saw these metal poles. They told me they were like girders for some sort of converter pole or something. Why the hell is saying Black Lives Matter in 2020 a controversial thing? Because racism. Anytime you suggest that the dominant power structure is not the only structure that matters, the dominant power structure reflexively appeals against such an accusation and such demand. I mean, to say Black Lives Matter to the white power structure is more than just a declaration of this simple fact, but it's a bold revolutionary statement that we can't have justice, we can't have peace, we can't have the things that society says that they want until we for realsies address the issues and the underlying problems that our country has. There are other countries in the world who have had highly racist societies and that have transitioned into modern democracies, but the only way they've been able to do this is to have a real Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Without having a real Truth and Reconciliation Commission, the racist history of the United States will never be able to be resolved. And leaving aside the appropriation of land and culture that the United States has done to all the Native American nations that were on this land before they got here. These things are real, and the people that live these things are tired of not having respect. They're tired of having everything that they've ever been told be lies, as It's simply to manipulate them and control them. And, well, can you say it's a perfect storm of things? A massive depression, the Great Depression, I suppose, a worldwide pandemic like 1918, and social justice riots like the 1960s. So it's a perfect storm of opportunity for change, because none of us have any idea what the other side of this looks like. Even if these social justice riots weren't taking place, none of us have any idea what it's going to look like on the other side of COVID-19. What does that even look like? It looks like massive unemployment. It looks like massive social upheaval and unrest. That's what it looks like. And there's a reason for that. All right, so let's take a look at some of the stuff here. We're going to look at the police station itself. This is the cop shop. You can see this tonight. So the past few nights, that gate, that door back there has been closed, but tonight they're open, so those cameras which are back there can work. And look at this, because you might be able to notice that these cameras out here on the exterior have been spray painted, so they are what we would call not functioning. It's the technical term. Repurposed as a community center. As you can see, the Capitol Hill Community Center. It's a very good idea. We've already had this idea. This idea is a good idea. We need more community centers because we have a large houseless population. Let's take a look at some of the stuff here. Seeds have been planted. Nurture them. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. You know it. No justice, no peace. No racist police. Mass incarceration is slavery. Yes, it is. Defunding the police. This is what we're talking about here in Seattle. This is what we are demanding.
What's happened in this moment?
So we're moving up here to Speaker's Corner. This is the corner where most of the sound systems have been set up, where most of the PAs have been used, and this is where most of this is being spoken from. Down at the other corners we've been on, there's like food and medic stations and all the rest, but this is it. This space is now property of the Seattle people. Didn't we already own it? Aren't we the owners of all the city land because we are the citizens? Apparently the answer is no, but we own this. Well, let's check out this side of the police station here. What's a fitting way to celebrate Trump's birthday? Sunday, June 14th, 4 p.m. DC and everywhere in Seattle. Huh. Another memorial is springing up on this side of the police station. Copy 25 now. Decolonize Turtle Island. All right, so let's continue moving through the zone. We're going to continue moving on down. And we're going to check out some more of the, I guess the, what do you want to call it? The anarchy, the society, the what's going on? Who knows? Release all protesters. Absolutely. We have a First Amendment right to be out here protesting. Peaceful demonstration is peaceful demonstration. Thank you for pausing on the art. You're welcome. I think it's really important to see the message from the people. It's easy enough to find people to interview or whatever, but people writing their voice on the wall, people speaking their hearts in paint and blood and sweat and tears, that moves my heart, and I hope it moves yours too. You're responsible for the energy you bring into the autonomous zone. And this is where we are. This is it. This is the police station. And people have expressed their rage and grief over and over again. And at no point are we going to stop. At no point. This is our history. This is our city. This is our legacy. If we give up now, we lose all that we have worked hard for. And everything will be sacrificed. We have to keep going. We have to keep going. We owe it to everyone who's fought for it so far. Ginger Petunia, thank you for that follow, my dear friend. We'll pause over the artwork. It's an important thing for you to be able to see. To change everything, we need everyone. Our streets. Now serving all you can eat. You never put bacon on bacon. I've heard this. Danger, no trespassing. Well, I'm not worried about any vehicles mysteriously busting up out of here right now. This is it. I can't breathe. This is powerful. These are the expressions of the people. Decade after decade. Outrage after outrage. Power to the people. Never stop fighting. We have to fight for our rights. They're not going to give us our rights. We have to vote. We have to vote for people who represent our values and views. This whole lesser of two evils bullshit has got to stop. Those people don't give a fuck about us. Democrats and Republicans could give a shit. Troops for Black Lives. Is this what you signed up for?
You're right.
If you have concerns about mobilizing against people in your own country, you're not alone. You have options, you have rights. Contact veterans who can help. AboutFaceVeterans.org. The pink umbrella is our symbol. You're not tired. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Right in Bernie Sanders, that won't work. The way most states run their primaries is the thing they have called sore loser laws, which means if a person is running under, like, let's say a Democrat, in this case Bernie Sanders, since he's dropped out, you can't write him in, and if you do, any write-ins are dismissed. You have to vote third party. Third party is really your only option. Murals are by Black, Native, and queer artists, so let's take a look. You writing in Hillary with your 5 mail-in ballots? Right on. What about those emails? How about those emails? All right, and here we are at another one of our so-called impenetrable barriers where you have to somehow or another provide IDs or whatever. All of those things are lies. All of that stuff is a falsehood. We have barriers because, I don't know if you all saw it recently, but there was a whole dumbass who drove his car in here and shot at us. Shot some guy in the arm. Is that a real thing? Sure is. Do we want that to happen again? Sure don't. How do we prevent that? Things like this. Things like this. That's how we prevent that. Yeah, thanks for that. And it's just open sidewalks. You can see, look, this is outside of it. This is outside of the Seattle Autonomous Zone. Right here, the very next block. Do you see this? This is the city, all right? This is the city. I know, like, there's people talking about how people are trapped in here or something. You can see that isn't true. It's not true at all. It's all a lie. It's all a lie to manipulate you. This is what's real. This is what's happening. People hanging out, people just walking up and down the streets.
I never cared anyway.
Skier, how you doing? Thanks for being here tonight. So glad to be here representing Green Television. How far are we from Powell's? I don't know the answer to that because I don't know where Powell's is.
Just a bookstore, but I don't.
Oh, wait. I know where Powell's is. It I think it's right up here on the left. I think. The space has always been. It's in Portland. Oh, well, we're in a whole other state then.
Yeah.
So very far away, relatively speaking. Walk by Powell's to make you envious. Can't I just make you envious by showing you our fantastic autonomous zone that whatever city you live in wishes they could be doing, but your city is full of not people who would do this, I guess? Wait, what was that happened that in Eureka, California? There were some, I guess, ANCOMs who went up to the State House and raised up their flag for like a little bit, and then they were gone. So that's the thing.
Yes, red level. No, you don't have to start the shit. I hate seeing cars.
I think what I need to do here is get my hat on because it's starting to get chilly. What we would call in the business professionally, this is what we call chilly. Let's only flip you around here. All right, welcome everybody. We're gonna get our helmet on. Oh, shit. It was 100 in LA yesterday. Yeah, today in Seattle it's like fucking 50. 2 degrees. Cold. Oh, so much warmer. I also don't have a lot of hair normally, so my ability to be warm is pretty fucking, like, yeah, compromised. Fam.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So just want to say thank you all for joining me on Green Television again tonight. I'm here tonight with my bodyguard. Hey, bodyguard. So hopefully, you know, stuff. That's Cat. Cat. Okay. So that's Cat. So we've got some protection tonight. So hopefully no one will snatch our shit again, and we won't have to go running around the city like mad people. So I was super mad. All right. We're gonna go walk around and we're gonna go up to this other barrier over here and check it out. And thanks for being here tonight, everyone. Let's go walk. We're gonna see if maybe we can find some dinner too. Skier says, "Hey, Cat." We want to be safe. We're trying to be as safe as we can, of course. That's the whole point in wearing high vis gear. So if we have any encounters with the police, it's very clear that we are, you know, here to observe. We're here to document, and we're here to, you know, provide an impartial witness to any events that might take place. And it's important to do that kind of thing because at any point, the law enforcement officials could choose to move back into the city, and if they were to do that, that could be a very dangerous situation for everybody here. You might see like some of this situation is really kind of changed, right? It doesn't feel like an act of protest in many ways. If you've been watching marches and rallies and stuff throughout the country, it really feels quite a bit different. And that feeling of complacency, perhaps, could be quite deadly if the police decide to move in force. So we want to be here tonight. We want to make sure that we provide an impartial witness if anything does go awry. And our friends, of course, were here. So it's really nice to see you all again tonight. We'll probably be back in tomorrow or a little bit later on to do some charging and say hello to people. Maybe recharge ourselves with some water.
Yeah,
maybe a little something to eat. It just depends. So this is another one of these so-called border gates, I guess, that has some sort of controls mechanisms to allow people to come in and out. But you can see, again, right, simply just a gap right here. You can just walk right in. There's nothing. There's nothing like that. We have barriers here in the streets blocking cars. Cars go in and out of the other spaces, not through here. And this is it. We've got guards at the front here with radios, and we're in communication with everybody. Yay! The guards, look, do you see how easy that is? You walk right in and out. It's just a neighborhood. Free them all. Solidarity with the leaders, right on. The fake Antifa tags placed by the cops. I mean, we live in Seattle. Our police department is notorious for doing just awful shit, so it wouldn't surprise me at all. This hat somehow is too warm. Somehow or another, it's too warm. All right, so this is one of the this is one of the fire stations right over here.
Are you getting any of the money from?
As you can see, the fire station staff, they're just hanging out, doing fire station guy stuff, you know, like on a Friday night in the big city, hanging out, doing fire station things.
So we're gonna go to VMware.
Right? Look, this is just a normal street, just right here in the city. Nothing weird about it or unusual. This is the Cuff. This is a fairly famous nightclub in Seattle, which I'm not endorsing in any way. This is not a promoted stream. But understand what the narrative that you're getting around the country for this is very different than the actual situation that's going on here. So that's this. Just people chilling, relaxing, doing their things, right? But we need to make sure you need to make sure that you keep in mind that even though this has right now a very relaxed feel to it, there's sort of a convivial party atmosphere, if you will. This isn't a party. This is a place that is still an active protest zone. Now, what does active protest zone mean? Well, it means a place where the police could come at any time. It means a place where the National Guard could be deployed once again. That's what it means. But it doesn't mean that it's a party. It doesn't mean that it's any kind of thing like that. You have to be really mindful. You have to be really aware of when you're here. People are living in this neighborhood, and so they take it a little bit differently. But understand, the police aren't going to care that you live here. Now, can I show you this here for just a moment? This is a restaurant, which is, you can see, is open for business. They are serving. They have people inside, and this is an ongoing business. So when you hear these other rumors about like businesses are being extorted, that's not true. They aren't. You might have even heard one of the Seattle Police Department spokespeople saying that. The very next day, less than 24 hours later, they had to retract all of that because they were lying about it. And they got caught lying about it. This is not a business which is being extorted. This is a business which is simply operating. In fact, not only is this business operating, they're seeing an uptick in their profits because they aren't paying delivery fees right now, and they're having a lot of walk-in traffic. And that's the kind of thing which is very good for business in a restaurant. Hey, welcome Raiders. Thanks for popping into the stream tonight. I sure do appreciate it. Thanks for joining me here in the autonomous zone of Seattle. We were just looking at a restaurant where people were having some lovely dinner. So we're going to walk through the streets here and see what we can see. And I'm certain that you're going to discover a situation which is very different than you might have been hearing about if your only opportunity to see this has been on the national media. We're going to kind of move into the street a bit so we have a little bit of an unobstructed shot. You know how it is, but the national media narrative on this situation is very bizarre. It seems very out of touch and very out of step with what's going on. And admittedly, we're in a small space in the world, so it's not like there's a bunch of people who could just come in and independently verify things. But independent media like ourselves here on Green Television and a few of the other streamers that you see around are able to bring you streams from inside this zone, unfiltered by anything other than our inane commentary as we wander around. But you can see it for yourself. You see what's happening. There's no filters here. There's no like finding we're wandering the whole zone. I'm showing you all of it. I'm not just trying to show you the good stuff. I'm showing you the trashy bits on the ground, the stuff on the streets, the human interaction and human narrative of it all. In fact, we're going to walk around and you can see, look, you see this is the backside of this entire aid station corner right here. But we're going to walk around on the front side so you can kind of get a sense of it yourself. One of the things you've been hearing, and I know you've been hearing a lot of it, is that we're running out of supplies and stuff. So this is PPE gear. So we've got like gloves and masks and hand sanitizer. There's a lot of people who come to protests and don't have PPE gear, or they run out of it, or something happens, they have to take it off, they lose it. You can get replacement gear here. Do you need a sandwich? You can get a sandwich. You need a snack? You can get a snack. You can Gatorade, water, medical supplies. You can get it all here. It's all donated. It's brought in by people night after night, day after day. And there's no danger of running out of this. These are all volunteers who bring these things in, and they do it because they want to. They do it because they believe in what's happening here. Here's a hand washing station. Right? We're being mindful. We're dealing with PPE. We've got a lost and found here. We've got a meetup connection board. kind of thing that's going on. Community is happening. Community is springing up spontaneously. People see a need and we're making it. We don't need to have all of the same infrastructure provided in the same ways. The community response to these situations is completely unique. If you don't live someplace like this, you may never ever seen anything like this. Show the graffiti. Well, you've seen plenty of it so far. We'll get around to seeing some of the street art as we get to it later on. But there's absolutely, this is it, right? I missed the grand tour of the show. Yeah, they did miss that, but there's a lot of it out tonight, so we're gonna walk over here to one of the shops, and we're gonna walk down and look at this art on this wall too. This is another one of the barriers. As soon as there's some level of bad news, the media descend. Yeah, that's true. That's why most of the media is not here. The people who are here are independent media. The real, like the mainstream media was here when the police were being violent, because violence sells. Us hanging out, forming community, doing this spontaneously doesn't sell. There's a narrative that sells, and that narrative is that, oh, it's somehow horrifically violent and all the rest. The evidence around you shows that it isn't. Like, mind you, this is 6 blocks in a major city, right? Like, this is a major city that we live in. And there are just random things that happen in major cities. So you should be mindful about that. That's just how it is. It has no bearing on us in this autonomous zone. It's just the nature of statistics and things. All right, so we're basically at the end here. And we'll be turning back around. Hey, great chat with no comment check yesterday. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. That was a good day to be in studio, and I was really happy to have an opportunity to speak on that panel. I think it's important for people who have been here, been participating in this process for the time that we have, to have an opportunity to dispel rumors that might be going around, to offer an authentic perspective and a voice about what's taking place. So thanks for being here with me tonight, so you can see it for yourselves. You don't have to listen to anyone else. You don't even have to listen to me, even though I'm talking like I've drank an entire thing of like Red Bull coffee, because I did. Oh my Lord, that's what that is. Anyway, so look, we've got cones here already. So check out where these are. Do you see these street cones? These street cones are staged here near our border, so that if we have to defend ourselves from the police again and they're throwing tear gas, we can contain the tear gas. We're doing things smart here. We're trying to prepare ourselves for what is probably an inevitable push by the law enforcement authorities to come back into the space. But it's not going to be easy.
It's exactly those contradictions that are making us think.
People are trying to do the autonomous zone in another state, really.
Which state?
Which state? So look, this shop is open. They're just closed right now. They close at 6. But the liquor store is open. Like, the liquor store down here is open. The restaurants are open. The shops are open. Even when I say the shops are open, understand what I mean to also indicate is like the Republic parking lot, right? The parking lot attendant guy is out giving parking tickets to people who didn't buy parking lot stuff. So it's weird. I gotta be honest with you, I never would have expected to see that at a protest, but whatever, it's 2020 in Seattle and everything is different. Oh, it's Asheville, North Carolina, really?
The Halloween store that they would
Well,
usually come in on.
good on them in Asheville. Yeah, see, I need this to be about right here. All right, let's take a look at this wall. We're a little close on it, but you can see right here. existence or expect resistance. I see no riot here. Still nothing to change from the Battle of Seattle. Part ducks. Oh no, look. We've got interfaith chaplains out. Well, it feels like we're queued up here for something. Probably queued for hot dogs. There's a vendor selling hot dogs. Those hot dogs smell amazing, not gonna lie. Someone told me there's people planning one in South Seattle. Absolutely there is. Whatever happened the other night? Well, whatever happened the other night? We were running, we ran around a bunch, we got in a little bit of a fight. A scrum, if you will. I got punched in the head, but the helmet took most of the blow. But then I found the phone and we were able to get it repaired and all the rest. Right? Doesn't it feel like a block party? I'll take a burger with onions. Yeah, I don't know if they have burgers with onions over there, dog. Do they though? Maybe they do. Yeah, it's Dirty Dog. I mean, I'm not buying one of those, but if you're hungry, we can go find something to eat.
And this got cold.
The DSA is out again. Grr. A few more days and I can be out. One more day. Today's the 12th, so tomorrow. Look, there's pie and cake. Do you want some pie and cake? There's water and there's food and all the kinds of things that you would expect to find at like something like a block party or something like that, because this doesn't feel that way, does it? Green party partier. America number 2. We're only number 2 in, I guess, like police murders. Well, we can kick that up a notch.
Yeah, I'm sure Trump's working on it.
Your daughter played soccer on this field for Emerald City. Really? Right on. I'm surprised New Zealand's above Australia. Right, help us help you. Would you like to contribute every night we're out, we're going to stop by everybody who has donation places. I'm going to show you their links. If you want to contribute, if you want to help, this is how you can help. Right? Venmos, PayPals, and all the rest. This is how volunteerism works. It's how you can contribute. It's how, and it's how we're all doing it. It's how it's all happening. All right, another community board.
Does that thing work pretty well for stabilizing?
Oh yeah, this is amazing.
I was thinking about like getting it and then like just for like crowd shots and shit. Like,
yeah, absolutely. This is amazing. This is so much better than the one I lost the other night. The one I lost the other night actually was awful. I hate it with every. It was God who struck it from my hand. But a friend gave me
like,
this,
yes,
and this one was so much better.
This is God. Like,
exactly. And my friend's like, I got this. You can borrow it. And it's so much better. I should have got this to begin with.
What would happen if you had this in the mosh pit? Would it stabilize all the footage? If you're slamming into people?
Maybe. I think one of the problems that I would have is that it probably wouldn't stay secure. Like these are just tension mounts, so they don't screw down or anything.
Oh no, like I mean fucking screw down mounts. So it's not going anywhere.
Yeah. It doesn't have that. But otherwise it's pretty stable for what I'm doing.
Is there like a chest mounting piece? Do you know?
Well, I don't.
So you could be like in the concert, just like.
I don't think so.
You could have one like on your chest with something, but I'm not sure if there's anything designed.
There's
no stabilizing, of course.
Yeah, there's an actual thing that goes on a. It's a kit you can get, like a backpack strap thing.
Yeah.
It goes on and there's a mount and the camera screws on it, and it stays up on your shoulder. But I don't know if there's anything that goes on the chest. Yeah. That shoulder mounted kit was the one I was looking at getting. That's like $2,600. So,
fuck, really?
Yes.
That's stupid. That's retarded. Why
but
is
it's
it that
great
much?
because it's all stabilized and tracked.
Oh my god.
With your head and shit.
What
so,
if you're like 6'7" and 500 pounds?
It would
like,
still go on your shoulder.
Really?
It goes on your shoulder.
I'm 6'6" and 300, so I'm just like, fuck, come on. Damn.
It's a Masha-rama, it is. Any zine tables? Yeah, Johnny, there are. So yesterday, the zine table's right over here. You can kind of see it, and we will go check it out right now.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for stopping by.
What?
Thanks for stopping by and talking with us.
Oh, definitely, man. Like,
hey, so this is the Black Lives
Matter. Just like talking with different people.
Right on.
Like checking it out.
So this, if you recall, last night we were here, or the night before on Wednesday night, they were working on the Black Lives Matter mural on the street here, and they were doing the primer paint work, and we just finished it, just got it all done, primered, when we had to leave the other night. So now it's all done, and here we are in the street, and we can see it all. Well, you can see most of it.
I'll support you. Just hang out, go for drinks.
All right, so yeah, it looks cool. Let me get you down low in this weird shot. All right, so hold up. All right, there you go. This is some high quality angles. You don't get this kind of shit like on normal media. This is only the kind of thing independent media will bring in. Hey, love it. Hey, thanks. Yeah, thanks for being here tonight, everybody.
Right, like
BTV headed to Cannes with these fucking angles. I've been to Cannes once before, but not for my own word. Alright, so thanks for that compliment though. Let's check it out. Let's go check out the zine table. Alright. Fresh milk, eggs, and all the rest. Christopher! What are you doing? Alright, we ran into another fam. Do you want to go on stream? No, alright, very good. Okay, oh yeah, good luck.
well, they were gonna cut it out.
Alright, so let's check this out, folks. Yo, what's up, Gary? So what's happening in CHAZ tonight? This is what's happening. Check this out. This is the co-op. There's ice, there's milk, there's eggs, there's food, there's mandarin oranges and syrup. That's a big fucking thing of mandarin oranges, to be honest. There's some baked beans, some grilling beans. There's the apples. I mean, fresh produce and vegetables. Onions and apples. It's a perfect mix.
Yeah, we need to separate that.
You just grab whatever it's round. You just take a bite, and if it's an apple, you're good to go. If it's an onion, what a surprise!
This is what you're doing.
It's supposed to be Black Power. It's supposed to be Black Lives Matter, Black Power. It should be black.
It's the No Cop Co-op. So you don't pay for anything with USD. Nope. Just take it for free. Yep. It's all for free. Look. This isn't a joke. Do you see this? Here's what it says. Help yourself. This is by you, for you. Right? That's what it means. That's what that means. Like there's bread, there's a cup of noodles, right? It's fresh food and it's free. Are you hungry? Or if you're hungry, are y'all hungry? We had some pizza earlier. There's hand sanitizer, there's clip bars, there's all of the things. Like, do you want to help? You can see. Here's what they're asking for. If you want to make some donations, you can make donations here. This is one way you can help if you're not able to be out in the streets. All these kind of groups, all these organizations that are here can use your help and use your aid, unless they've already gotten enough. And some of them already have. Like a lot of the medic groups have already gotten enough donations. They don't need any more supplies. And for instance, we do not accept donations of any kind. So that's it, nothing.
Hot apple pie, the No Cop Co-op. It is fresh and it is free.
I kind of seriously want some hot apple pie, except I feel like it's difficult to eat a hot apple pie.
Trying to see those sandwiches there. Almost on the
Well, have a sandwich. You could grab us some, I don't know, like do you want to, we could go and have a bite. We could go have a bite too. Oh, cashews, yeah. How do you become the new warlord? I don't know. I think you have to fight or something. I don't know how it works. PPE gear for people who didn't bring any or forgot theirs or had some unfortunate luck which caused their gloves to get compromised. Perhaps. It happens. I don't know. Right, there's good PPE gear stuff here too. Oh, the zine table. Sorry. Yeah, that's back over here. Yeah, well, it's a little crowded by the table, so let's walk out into the street just a bit. Yeah, there's people walking through, picking up trash and all the rest. Some pics of cops back in the precinct. What's the latest on that? So we haven't been back up that way in about 45 minutes or so. So we'll just have to wait. We could go up on the roof. That seems fun. All right, so here's the zine table.
You got it? Oh, you had it. I saw it.
Right.
There it is. Oh, you had it for a second. Wait, go for the three-prong attack. Here we go. Wait, I have a fourth one. Oh, shit. You're looking everywhere.
There are people making fresh food. It just depends on what group they're with. Some people have brought grills. Some people, you know, don't have grills. Yeah, there's lots of porta potties. You just want to grill. I just want to grill. I haven't grilled in a while. I wouldn't mind grilling, I guess. It's a nice ML King portrait. All right, thanks for being here with us tonight on Green Television. We're really just out here being, you know, mobile in the streets, trying to give you the straight dope, the real deal, without any of the fluff, without any of the fillers, just my inane commentary, which apparently you can't shut up. Or I mean, I can't. I guess y'all could, but I can't do it. I can't turn it off. So it's probably the caffeine from earlier. Can I give it a tour of the People's Garden? Yeah, the People's Gardens are back up over there, past those signs and those booths and stuff. So we can go over that way. I want to take you by the Wall of Doom, which is where our big adventure happened the other night. And so we'll see what's going on. All right, so we got the taco place open. All right, they're serving tacos and burritos. I could probably eat a taco. Probably. It seems like it would be really delicious. Not gonna lie. I bet this is it. It's coming to the wall. The wall of danger. The wall of tear gas and flashbangs. The wall of snatches and grabs. But this is it right here. Imagine if you two shut up and played Streets with No Name. Fucking you two. Alright, so check it out. Check out Fuck 12. This is where we were. Those fucking guys throwing grenades at us. Fuck those people. This is where we were when they snatched the fucking shit out of our hands last night. I was robbed by COINTELPRO. I don't know if it was COINTELPRO, dog, but I don't think those people were part of our group or anything. They weren't wearing like any Black Lives Matter stuff. They were just standing around causing trouble. So, as you know, there are people who are not part of this group who will come into this zone and try and be agitating. So that's a real threat, and we have to be mindful about that kind of thing. And then I fucking hold ass. So here's the thing, I tried, man, I really tried. I ran my, yeah, it was right here. It was right here. I'll show you exactly where I was standing. I was standing right here, just like this, and my hand out. And I was saying something like, so right here's the wall where they threw the fucking shit at me. And then right as I was doing on the safe space, it's saying boom, right to the ground. So there's that, but the taco place is open, right? We're open. There's street art on all the walls here. people are expressing their outrage, they're expressing their pain, they're expressing their frustration. And it's an amazing thing to be seeing. It's an amazing thing to be part of. I'm glad that you could be here tonight. I'm glad that you could join us and participate in any way that you can. Violators will be prosecuted. I wonder what's over here. What would they prosecute? Look, it's just more street art. There's a shop. There's a fucking microwave and a toaster oven and a mini fridge and a water thing and a plywood wall and a fucking some calculators. That's it. I really kind of want a taco. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. So the stores are open. Yes, the stores are open. The shops are open, the stores are open. The gate, the checkpoint things that people are telling you about, that's not happening, that's not real. It isn't at all what people are telling you. M60, what's up? Thanks for popping in the stream tonight. Dick's Burgers on the other side of the park. That's out on Broadway though. But yes, it is there. Right? You can go right there, you get a taco. We'll try not to film the medics too much, they don't like that. They get super sketch about it, so. You know how it is, doing medic-y things. Get the tacos. I feel like I want the tacos, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I do. I'll be flipping you around so you get a chance to look at my happy face and my mask. All right, thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for walking through the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone with us. We've been here every night documenting the protests. We've been documenting the uprising of the people of Seattle. And for the past 4 nights, as you know, the East Precinct police officers have pulled back. And in so pulling back, have had an opportunity, what's up? And had an opportunity to give the people permission to march and demonstrate. And in so doing, this is what we have created, this people of Seattle. And so we're gonna walk around, we're gonna check it all out tonight. So you can see it, so that you can have no filters on what's going on here, so you can understand for yourselves, you can see it. And thanks for being here tonight with us. If you want to support the stream, you can just tweet the link out, send it on to somebody else, that'd be super cool. If you really, really, really want to support the stream because you've lost your ability to grasp rational thought, then you could perhaps use your free Twitch subscription. Of course, donations are always lovely if you want to do that too. It's a sad fact, but streaming live and doing all this stuff costs a little bit to do. I'm glad to be doing it, and I would be doing it anyway. But if you want to help, you can always help. We're here tonight with Lead 420, one of our moderators that you've seen in the chat previously. After the adventures we had the other night, Lead decided to come out and moderate in the street instead of just moderate on the stream. So, so that's fantastic. Yeah, I do live nearby. I live about 10 to 20 blocks or so away from here. Not terribly far, but not right in the middle of it, of course. So this is it. This is we're at the very edge of our space. Now remember, what I'm about to tell you might shock you if you've only heard about this from like Fox News or something. But this is our invisible barrier. This is the invisible line whereupon you must show some ID or something to cross. Look. Here's me walking one way. Now look, here I am just walking backwards. I'm just walking backwards like it's not a thing. Like there's nothing even here. Like you could just walk back and forth because you can. It's simply a marker on the street. This is crazy. Yeah. Hey M60, thanks for being here tonight. I've always been so grateful and so appreciative that you've been supportive of me and my stream personally. And it's really been a pleasure to get a chance to know you over these past 2 years. So thanks for being here tonight. And this is it. These shops are open, these restaurants are open, these businesses are going strong. I mean, whatever hours they have, of course, right? Some of them are closed. I don't want to pretend like everything is open and everything is going fine. But a lot of these businesses are closed already. They're not closed because of protests. They're closed because of COVID-19. They're closed because of those issues. And so it's really important to bear that in mind when you're talking about what's going on down here. There's a lot of small shops and a lot of small businesses which had already closed their doors or had limited their hours due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So this hasn't changed that. The businesses that were open during that pandemic are still open now. Here's the Elliott Bay Book Company. Is this what we were talking about?
No, it's Powell's. It's in Portland.
How long will I be streaming tonight? That's a good question. So we've got a battery pack. We've got this going here, so probably another hour and a half on the phone. We've got a battery, so hopefully we can go to midnight. That's our goal, to be out here from roughly 1800 to 2400, so about 6 hours. We want to be mindful about any sort of potential police actions and police involvement. So that's always one of the bigger things we need to be documenting when we're out here. It's important to document just the historicity of the event, just to be here to see it, to witness it. But it's also important to be mindful of our duty to film the police and to make sure that their actions are documented. So hopefully there's none of that. Hopefully it's just a convivial, fun kind of thing tonight. And you know, this is what we do. So let me flip you back around over here to the front view, and we'll go back walking through this bar. No, but we have a very nice Dave & Buster's. Young Men No Pods, what's up? Right, so here's another one of these gates that we were talking about. Right, we were just down at the end of this road at one of them. We're here again seeing another, right? This is this barricade made out of planters. Like actual, like vegetable planters and planter boxes, plastic street barriers, wooden pallets. All stuff left here by the city. All stuff left here by the police department when they pulled away. And mind you, to get a sense of perspective, right there at that red light right there, that's Broadway. That's the main street through this entire part of the city. That's like our main strip. And it's all business as usual. There's people just wandering about, normal. The bars are open, the clubs are open. Friends, understand that the narrative that you're getting is it's completely false. This is not at all what people have been leading you to believe. It isn't like this at all. See the orange barricade. What's up? How many days do I think this will last? Well, a lot. All summer. It's pretty amazing how lively it is on the ground, right? Doesn't it feel like different, like a street party or a block party or something like that? Doesn't it? No pride without black queer lives. Screen cap that, please. That's a good screen cap if you could get that one. Seattle Central College is offering aid, food, water. Seattle Central College is this right over there.
We're journalists. We're independent journalists.
Yeah, they were over
there by the medic.
Yep. Right, this is the back side of our barricade. Right, you can see the plants. It just looks like game day at Alabama, right? I know, we're all tailgating. Roll Tide. Look, one of my exes went to Auburn, and I, of course, am a volunteer. So, you know, Whatever. We used to fight a bunch. My alma mater, those Wildcats. Whatever. Whatever. I don't want to talk about the shit. Am I having fun out here? No, it's not fun. It's important. But also yes. RTR. Oh, Jesus Christ. You SEC people are just killing me over here. And clearly it's the best conference, but no one's talking about that. That's not the conversation. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk back up here to, this is where our initial barrier was. This is 11th and Pine. You might recall this from most of the fucking footage that you've been seeing out of the Seattle protest has been like from this corner and the one right above it. But this corner was where they had decided that they were not going to retreat any further. This was the ground zero of their effort. The line that would not be crossed, and they just retreated from it. They just backed away, and there it is. And so now we are here, and they are not. They are somewhere else. But we're here.
Are you guys coming down?
Where's the community garden? It's over here to our left. It's over to the left. We can go over there and check it out.
I would say that's it.
So it's going down the sidewalk here.
Yeah, because he's in there with.
This is just the beginning.
It was my
Thanks for being here tonight, everybody. Sure do appreciate it. I'm just gonna walk up here to where the community gardens are. They're on the north side of Cal Anderson Park. So we can go over there to all those booths and tents that are set up and see what's going on if you guys want to. I think way more attention needs to be given to Breonna Taylor, right? You do worry about COVID. You see a lot of people wearing masks, but not everyone is. No, not everyone is. As you might recall, the first nights that we were streaming, we had a counter, like masks worn properly counter. We never made it to double digits. People have gotten a lot better about that now, but there's still a fair amount of people who, you know, are mixing pretty close with folks and not wearing masks. So that's not. I'm doing my part. I'm wearing my mask as consistently as I can. If I ever have to take it off, I make sure that I'm socially distanced, 6 feet away from anybody. And I get it right back on as soon as I'm done. So the garden's up over here in this tent city that has just kind of sprung up. If you might recall from yesterday, those tents weren't here. They were just busy getting the garden set up. And now tonight we've got tents in the space, so you're gonna be able to spend the night. That's gonna be pretty fantastic. So let's go take a look and see what's going on. One of the great parts of one of the advantages to wearing good outdoor boots in a situation like this is that you can just walk through basically all the stuff and not have to worry if your feet are going to be dry and okay. But this is it. This is into the garden area. These are tents that people have just brought out. They're going to be staying here. It's just how it is. All right, this is one of the gardens. As you can see, and some of them are set up already even more than others. So we'll go take a look at some of the others that are going on. All right, so it's a community garden.
Weren't everyone at 4 in the morning to kick them out and then
We're so used to putting this goddamn phone and media in their face that they don't know what's going on out.
It's just community stuff. This is it. This is flowers and herbs and plants. And this is it. Right?
Because that time and energy that they want to sit there and have a conversation with what's going on.
We're gonna walk around back over to this back side and kind of post up over here and take kind of a long shot for a second. The grass is gonna get dewy and wet, but that's the nature of it here. It's starting to rain just a bit. So we've been asking not to photo and video in there. We just walk through with our camera rolling. So, whoops, not very conscientious neighbor that way. But, we'll try to be better about that. It looks pretty good actually, right? Nice, thanks for showing. You're welcome. You're welcome. What is this monument? So this is part of our reflecting pool. All right, this is Cal Anderson Park, and we have a reflecting pool, which is this. It's not any water in it at the moment, but not very much. It's just rain that's collected in here right now. Yeah, there's toilets in here from the other side. Yeah, it's rarely filled. It's rarely filled. It's a monument with toilets. Yes, Seattle's pretty extra. Gotta be honest with you about shit. All right, so there's more of it. There's more of Cal Anderson's Park, but it's just this, right? So ostensibly the borders of the autonomous zone are where those buildings, like you see that church steeple there, right along that street edge, right over there to where that building is, right along over there to those buildings on that street right there. So this part is part of the autonomous zone. This is us, completely autonomous. God, these things are super degla. These are more high vis than these helmets. Yeah. Are any restaurants giving away food for free? So I'm sure some of the restaurants are, but
like some bakeries donated breads and things
yeah.
to store them.
But there's so much free food that they probably don't have to.
Yeah, and I mean, most of them are trying to still turn a profit somewhat for the restaurants and stuff at rent.
Can you just whiz in the grass? Like you could, but why would you want to?
I mean, you might have someone else come up to you and tell you to stop, and you gotta answer that person.
Like, you can always pee in the grass, but why do that when there's toilets right over there? It's just much easier. Society doesn't break down simply because there's nobody with guns trying to make everybody do shit. You know, most people just are kind, decent people not pissing in the grass, I guess. When you gotta go, you gotta go. I mean, it's true though. I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm digging the vibe, I'm digging the music. It's Friday night, it's gonna be kicking. It's gonna be kicking down here tonight. There's no way it isn't. So do you need to ask someone's permission? Nope, you just bring a tent. You can just bring a tent and you can put it like right there. And then you could be here. They're anarchists, not animals. Exactly. This machine slays fascists, yo. Fuzzy, how you doing? I know. It seems like a camping festival, but not nearly as pretentious. Time for a dab. Oh my lord. See, the thing is, I didn't bring any recreational substances tonight because this isn't a party. Despite the fact that we just walked through an area which seemed very much like a party, this isn't one. And it's important to bear that in mind. This is actually an active, real-life protest zone with an actual protest still occurring. And so, with actual police officers probably not happy about this actual protest, stationed up that way. So this is 11th. So they're up about 4 blocks and 2 streets over, holding up at a Safeway. How did y'all keep the cops out? Well, we stood there like this, like these people here are doing, and they sprayed them with mace, and the protesters stayed there, and the cops said, well, I guess we're gonna leave. And so they left. That's how we did it. That's how we did it. Let's go over here and check out this art on this wall. This is pretty amazing.
Let's put it this way. If you're a chemical engineer, you just
Oh my gosh. All right, that smells amazing. Feed the movement, donations welcome. This smells amazing. I want some. We're gonna go in.
Absolutely. Just ask them.
We're gonna try and post up over here and get in this line for some food. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here with us tonight. We're gonna be out here for as long as we can and give you the real deal. All right, let's see what we have. We have a sweet potato empanada.
Braised pork, and then we're gonna have a vegetarian option.
Can I try this right here?
Absolutely. There
I
you
love
go.
you.
Love you guys. Please follow the Facebook page, share it with your friends.
Oh,
Can I show
do.
this on
see
camera?
even them, like, support you know,
Right
the
on,
little
thank you.
support local tag that you can have on Instagram.
All right, hey y'all, if you want to help us out here, check this out.
You're my hero.
You guys are.
All right, Feed Seattle, you can help us out right here. See that, use your QR code reader and help us.
Dude, appreciate that, brother.
We love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Love you guys.
And what do we have?
So right here on the side, this is Chipotle braised.
Can I get some here on this thing?
That's in there.
Oh, it's in there.
Okay.
Okay, good.
We have Chipotle braised carnitas bread pudding.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then as long as they have crema on them, you can grab them.
Thank you.
Sweet potato empanada. And then we have this pork bread pudding.
You want to hit one of those sweet potato empanadas too?
No, I'm okay.
All right,
I don't
you
like
got-
sweet potatoes.
Oh shit.
Pork
Okay.
bread pudding.
You just saw the mural on another stream and it looked fine. Which mural?
Absolutely, thank you.
Yeah. Grab me a thing. I need you to help me.
Or I should say scallions.
Greens on top.
All right, hell yeah. Okay. And okay, so are there cops around or what? I mean, there's probably undercover police officers, sure, but there's no uniformed officers at all. Why would we need them? They're not useful. They cause a problem. So let's find a place to just kind of post up and snack for a second. Maybe right over there on that wall. Does that look sufficiently social distanced? I'm not sure. You know what? Here's a better social distance spot. I found it. This is exactly the one. There's been no better spot in my entire life for anything ever other than this. This is the spot of all spots. The one place, the one spot to rule them all. Nobody's called 911 yet.
I mean, they called the fire department for a dumpster fire.
It's true. All right. So, so explain what happened the other night. You're curious. Fair enough. I'll tell you. Okay, so welcome to the stream. Hi, everybody. So this is amazing. Let me eat a little bit. I'm hungry. Hey, Ginger. So what happened? We were filming the wall over there, and I had the gimbal out on the selfie stick, and someone ran by and snatched the gimbal off the end of the selfie stick, which had the phone on it. But it took off running, and the phone fell off the gimbal, which I found, but the guy took off running. A lot of community members helped me. We eventually caught the guy on Broadway, and then some of his friends came around the corner. One of them had a bat, and some other people got involved. There was a slight scrum. I took a hit to the head, but my helmet mostly got most of the helmet. Other than that, it was fine. Like that was just it.
This is so good.
Yeah.
This is like the best food I've had in a long time. And I got it from some random person for free off the side of the street.
Yep. This is amazing. This is from
It's
Chipotle.
It's so well seasoned.
Squirrel girl, how's it affecting the squirrel population? Well, they're probably confused. Oh, you know what? I wish I had the ability to charge this phone right now because I can't. But when we have phone charge next time, we'll take another break and we'll eat, and we'll have to turn the stream off while I charge it. But for now, we're doing good. Good thing I didn't get that taco earlier. Well, I don't want to spend any money if I don't have to, because we're not in a space that you have to. And so, patronizing a small business is fine. I'm sure the rats will. Listen, I don't think I've had bread pudding before. This shit's amazing.
It's so good. I don't want to crumb too much.
It's strange not hearing sirens every 20 minutes. I know, right? Even the fire station, which is at the end of the block, isn't turning on their sirens until they get a little bit away, because they're not trying to be like that. We might stop by and put up a sign to warn people what's safe for squirrels to eat. That would be a good idea. Oh yeah, you can't do links. I know. We've had to go to like level 2 on security for the stream because there was a bunch of people being real negative the other night. You don't need 6 MREs and a med kit, survival gear, water tablets. You don't need any of that. We got tons of water. There's like 7 med, like areas and everything. There's tons of food. There's entertainment. I mean, it's we're doing a whole little city here. There's a hospitality tent right there. If that hospitality tent wasn't here, there'd be somebody else doing it. Y'all don't understand. Like, this community is just spontaneously arising because people want to be doing it. And they're out here not just, walking around, but they're providing resources. They're providing their time and energy and their money. And I'll talk about it a bunch. But it's about building the change you want to see in the world. No one's going to build it for us. We don't give a fuck. You can't magic it into existence. The only way the world looks like you want it to look is if you work to build the change. All right. Hey, welcome to the Dark Side of the Rainbow. I appreciate it. Let me see some potato chips. My reporting deserves a Pulitzer. Thanks, I appreciate that. But what I really all I really want is this chip. This is like, look at that thick, crispy, crunchy chip, though. Can you see it? Can you see this chip? Look at that. Look at that. Look at the seasoning. Look at the seasoning on this chip. What's that honey barbecue? If you came up, would I allow you to be my personal bodyguard? Of course.
I feel you, man. Throw it up.
So much flavor. I think the longest existing autonomous zone in the world has been going on for like 58 years. The short, we're number 8 on length of time of autonomous zones already. Autonomous zones typically don't last very long, but the longest ones have been 50, 60 years, yo. Sour cream and onion. Salt and vinegar, what?
I got salt and vinegar. Okay. I can't keep my glasses for holding.
Probably don't need them now. It's only if they start bringing spray, yo.
Yeah.
Come to Indiana and visit. I would do that. Sour cream and onion isn't vegan. A good point. I'm a little, honestly, my face is still a little bit sore from getting hit, but I'm doing much better. Tim's. Oh shit. Fam, we're at 15 minutes on the battery. 15%.
So I was thinking you could still charge it, you flip the phone around and you only use it for FaceTime. Because the camera's locked in the other way so you can access the charging.
Why is that lady screaming? I don't know. Well, the charging port is here.
Yeah, you flip it, it's that way.
But then the camera is
Because
looking.
you're FaceTime while you start it. Because the front camera's not blocked.
That's a big brain play. Squishy! Squishy, thank you. Thank you for gifting that sub, but more importantly, friends, family, people on the stream, the gimbal that we're using tonight was provided graciously by Squishy. And we would not be streaming tonight without it. So thank you very much for helping get our stream here. Jesse Words, thanks for that follow. You also own 3 rifles and 6 handguns. I mean, and that seems great, but you don't need those here. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna try something. I need to switch you around on the gimbal, all right? Because what we're gonna do is put this charger on and get you start charging. Now, that's good for you if it works, because I'm gonna flip it and you're gonna look at me because the charger is blocked by the gimbal. So I'm not sure if it's gonna work. We'll give it a try. And if it does, we'll keep going. If not, then we'll do what we're gonna do. All right, so hold on, fam. Maybe not though. Like,
Did it not flip the stream?
huh?
Did it not auto flip the stream?
It did auto flip the stream, but you can see it's not balancing the camera.
Oh, because of the cable?
Yeah. It can't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it just can't do it. All right, hey fam, tell you what. Here's what we're gonna need to do. And I'm sorry that we gotta do this. But there's really no way to do this otherwise, I think. All right, so what we need to do is charge the phone and probably charge the gimbal a little bit. I got a fast charger, so it should take us like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. All right. Now, This is the problem. Because normally I would not want to not be streaming right now, right? But it's the meat gimbal. It's not a meat gimbal. This is gimbal. But it's not made out of meat.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool though. Got puppies down there. Or dogs.
Alright, so hold up.
I'm a sucker for dogs.
I know. Alright, so check it out. I'm the meat gimbal. Oh, what? Oh. Alright, fair. Yo, Punkside, what's up? If you got that sweet sub now, you can use those rainbow lips somewhere. ML and R. Thanks, Giggles. Alright. Do you know what we should find? If we can? Like, that hot apple pie, yo. If there's more hot apple pie, I would eat it. Adorable Freckles. Hey! My freckles are odd. They make me feel strange. What time am I planning on coming back tomorrow? Around the same time, around 1800. So, well, I'll get home tonight. You know, I'll spend a little time like uploading videos to the YouTube channel and shit like that. I hang out, smoke some weed, relax some, and then recharge everything and get ready for tomorrow. The squirrels can't sleep with all the noise. Why do I wear a helmet? Because I've been to protests that have Seattle police at them before. And do you know what Seattle police like to do? They like to fucking shoot you in the head. I've got a full gas mask as well. So there's that. So Skull, if you are watching the stream right now, we're over near Cal Anderson Park, and I'll be at 10th and Pine in just a minute. No, Freckles set you apart. It's last your love. Oh, fair. Just tell the cops I'm going rock climbing. Like I shot. Yeah, I did. I got shot. Well, shot with the fucking, pepper balls. So I don't know if you know what pepper balls are, but they shoot them out of paintball guns. They're like paintballs filled with pepper spray, and so they shoot them at your face, poof, and they burst on your face and shit. There a VOD of that. There is VOD. I think it's the very first one from the stream. And I can't tell what you can see though. Like it's pretty just. Once they start tossing the tear gas and shit, it gets pretty.
Well, once they flashbang, the stream goes down.
Yeah, once they throw their first flashbang at it, the whole stream goes down. Apparently, the flashbang took my camera out. And then I'm running around for about 15 minutes or so before we can find a place to get calm again and get things set back up. Yeah. You can't use tear gas in active war zone, but you can use it here. Yeah, it's because we're not at war with our people yet. If we were at war with America, then we couldn't do it. But we do it anyway because we're Americans and we're gonna do whatever. Yo, Willie True Sleeper, thanks for the follow. I bet the cops are going to start signaling jam in the area. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I'm kind of shocked that they haven't already, to be honest. But look, we're just going to, you know what we could do? We could walk that way to the main street a little bit more so you have a better backdrop than just this Sign behind me, a little bit more action there. What's up, Joey? What's up, citizen? Boom. More gloves. Got more PPE gear. What? Now it's out that Trump is going to put a ban on any live feed coming out of here? How? How does that work? Hey, what's with the hard hat? It's not a hard hat, it's a hiking helmet, but I'm wearing it because I've been involved with Seattle police before, and Seattle police, you know, swing fucking batons and they shoot you in your head and shit, so. If you're stationed overseas, the only thing you're allowed to see is Fox News. I fucking know. Believe me, one of the goddamn worst parts about going to the fucking VA here is having to watch Fox News. It's a fucking disaster.
Hey, this man is talking. I need you guys to shut the fuck up so you can hear him speak. Just trying to really understand some peace here, so I'm gonna give you some goddamn respect.
And I wish I could tell how, you know, much we were on the charger, but I can't do anything. I'm gonna try. So for next stream, I'm going to try using Streamlabs instead of using this app, and we'll see if it works better, if it's more consistent. Because anything I do with the chat like screws up the application. So there's that. I wish I could fucking just get this charger on here while we're doing this thing. I really wish I could. I don't understand why I can't really.
To abandon what we have.
I guess I can't, but yeah, it's just in the wrong spot. There's just no way to do it. Hiking helmet? Why the fuck do you need a helmet for hiking? Like, it's a class 2 helmet. Class 2 helmets are rated for side impact and falling impact. So I have a class 2 helmet in case I get in a fucking fight and I catch a blow to the side of the head, which I fucking did. So there you go. What branch of the service? I was another. Sorts of. Yes, onto Broadway, so like 2 streets over, and then 1 block down. There's a bus station.
That way?
Yep.
That way.
Yes. Once you get to Broadway, right, then you'll take a left and go 1 more block, and you'll be right at a bus station.
Do you know if that bus station is the line C?
I do not know that part, but I know it's just right there on Broadway.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, I was in the 101st Airborne. I started as an infantry soldier. So are there nightly communal movies? There have been, but we can't be up there near that because they'll get picked up by the stream, and then the stream gets hit with a fucking takedown. Pretty much. Yeah, they hit her in the chest with the non-lethal the other night. Yep. Boom. And she had to be revived several times. Be safe, always watch each other's 6. Yeah, I'm trying, man. 11 Bravo, ooh-wah. Airborne, you know it, baby. It's weird now because, you know, I'm like such a different person and things. But, you know, I was young. And you go through life changes and all the rest of it. 101st has a base close to you. Well, the 101st is stationed at Fort Campbell. So if you're near there, which is, you know, on the border between Kentucky and Tennessee, Hopkinsville, Clarksville area. Weird. It's good that you wear a helmet. You never know what can happen. Exactly. Right? This is an active protest zone. Like, I know there's a lot of relaxation feeling right now, but you know, we're still protesting the police, and the Seattle police have a really well-known tendency to react with violence. So you can't, like, oh no, gosh, I wish I was wearing a helmet. Yeah, there's no, you're either wearing it when it starts or you're not. I should just admit that I'm wearing the helmet because it looks cool.
I mean, it's not.
It's not the uncoolest I'm gonna give you. You know, I want to toss a little bit of a charge at this gimbal. But so far, I can't tell if the gimbal is like fucking running out or anything. It's green. It is green because we're Green TV. Green television with an underscore. But that's us. Serious underscore.
Oh, it's a mystery.
Oh, mysterious. What's a mystery series? Serious mystery. Has anyone walked by and said, nice helmet, boy, nice helmet? No, they have not. But in the stream the other night, someone was calling me Agent 47. So I thought that was pretty good. And I did. Okay, look, I didn't play that video game, but after, here's what happened. Check this out. So after we got in the scrum, that went negative really quickly. All right, and as I'm walking back into the group, they start following me, some of the friends and stuff, and they start accusing me of like being an undercover police officer. And that is a huge problem in a protest zone, right? So they start getting up on my face, they start trying to film me, pull my mask down and stuff. So I end up having to change outfits in the middle of the crowd. I drop down to the ground, take a seat like I am right now. I get out a change of overclothes and everything, take off all my bright gear, put on the dark clothes, weave through the crowd and lose them. And then make it back to my car and make it out safely. Yeah, Fort Campbell is here. Fort Campbell is on, in Kentucky, Hopkinsville, Kentucky. All right, but there's people bringing in pizzas, and I mean, it's just people bringing all sorts of stuff. I just don't even understand what's going on. I feel like people are bringing in alcohol and drinks and all this stuff, and it's like, I don't know. Let's go to Findalia. I mean, okay, maybe. All right, where are we on our charge? I don't know, but we're gonna be back on our thing. We're probably like 20% now, so we'll get back on the walk around. Right, we were sitting down for just a bit. We'll see if we have to stop again. Post up on.